Welcome to Mornings with Michelle. I'm Michelle Foster and delighted that you chose to join me on my podcast today. We are inspiring dreams, and I am so gifted to have the amazing friends and relationships that I have join me on these podcasts, because my ultimate goal is to open your minds to the possibilities and inspire your dreams for your life to fulfill everything that you want to have an extraordinary life. So welcome again. My name is Michelle Foster, and you are with us today at Mornings with Michelle. Well, good morning, listeners, friends, family. It's Michelle, and I am intentional in my podcast today. Intention for this week is my focus. How about you? So we're nearing the end of a month, and we're nearing the end of a month that usually brings clarity, goals, sometimes ambition, sometimes disappointment. Let's just start with now, and let's start with today. So if you've been intentional this month, congratulations. And if you haven't, start today. Be intentional about everything you do today, because that feeling of momentum is what brings the joy. It's when we just do the mundane of relationship, of work, of morning mindset work. If it's just the mundane of a routine, it doesn't light the flame. Guys, we got to light the flame. And the intention of this moment, the intention that I have for this podcast right now, is to bring it on the best, better, and better than I've ever done before. And I feel my own momentum growing. I hope you can feel that. And that's what I want for all of you. I want to share a strategy I've used in my career, my business career, that may help you. It may not, but my intention is that it will. So I have been in sales my entire life, and I'm very proud of that, and love being a real, true salesperson, because I believe salesmanship delivers value to people that are seeking it. And I've always, as I've gone in my career, gotten into, training and then managing and then teaching other people how to be very good at sales. Whenever we would do a presentation, whether it was for $1 million client like Kraft Foods, or a individual for a $300 Isogenics reset, or a $100 box of something, I would say to myself, and then to the people I was teaching, managing, or leading, how well did you present to that person, to that business? Because that, to me, is the measure for that sale. So I remember very distinctly, we were going in to do a renewal in Kraft Foods. I'm sure you've all heard of Kraft Foods. And when I was back in corporate, and my rep and I were walking out of the corporate office, and I said very clearly to him, I said, Rob, how well did you present today? He goes, Michelle, I gave it my best. I go, then you won. You won, my friend. And many times when people have said to me, what do you mean? That usually means they didn't give their best. And so I would say, well, was that the best you could have done? And they say, no. I said, that's a shame, because really there's the $1 million sale right there. It's the best you can be. That intention, that giving all of you really sparks energy, enthusiasm, passion, desire, trust. When you're asking others to know, like, and trust you, and we all do it every day, whether we know someone, whether we are in relation with someone, whether they're our boss, whether they're our neighbor, whether they're our spouse, when you give your best to that moment, to that intention, I love this. And Brendan Bouchard shares this, and really, I love it. He's a busy man. He owns a lot of different companies. He has a lot of different people that work for him. When he drives in his driveway and he's going to spend time with his wife, he sets the intention to be focused on her and the gratitude for her, so that he's not bringing the whole day into his family time. And the segmentation of living life so diversified and yet so intentional allows so much joy for each and every one of us, because again, right, every subject, every opportunity has an opportunity to be intentional. We never intend to do something poorly. We never intend to do or to have a bad feeling. Or if we choose to be mad, if we intend to be disappointed, if we intend to be ungrateful, we can change that in a moment, because the intention becomes the awareness to yourself even before you're in that next situation. It's so good. And so how intentional are you willing to be today? In every aspect, how intentional are you right now about listening to this podcast? Kind of put you on the spot, but how intentional are you about whatever it is you're going to do after you listen to this podcast? You get to make that decision. It's so good. Let's make today the best, and make your intentions better, and better. Show up. Don't just be there. Show up and go that extra mile. So if you're going to work today, do something like, if you're being requested to have something completed by Thursday, why don't you get it done by Wednesday and bring it to your boss and say, hey, I know this was due tomorrow. Here, I got it done early. Wow, that's an intention. And how much space and energy did that just give you when you're ahead of schedule? And what a gift you gave. And what an intention you made, showing your boss, your employer, potentially, or your customer, if you're an entrepreneur, how much it meant to them that you did something for them early. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. So let's really practice intention today and this week, and just really take note. And as you're journaling, and I'm hoping each and every one of you are journaling, because as we are personal growth junkies, we have to really measure that. So morning journaling, night journaling, you take note of how much better you did something today, or some things today, how much more intentional you were, and just see what happens. I think you're going to find a little bit more happy in your day. Make it a fantastic day, my friends. And always, I'm so gifted to have all of you take time, because time is precious. We all have so much of it. I'm so gifted to have you come in and listen to my podcast. So again, make it a super fantastic day. Peace out. This is Michelle.
Well, that's a wrap for today. I want to thank you for your time. It's so precious. Our time and our time freedom is everything. So I want to thank you for joining us today at Mornings with Michelle. This is Michelle Foster, and I encourage you to come visit us on Instagram at Collagen Works, WERKS, Collagen Works, because we are doing some fun things there with Instagram parties, with fun giveaways. It's all about beauty and all about fun tips. So again, go ahead and go to your Instagram and become part of our community at Collagen Works, because we have really fun Instagram parties. Looking forward to seeing you there. And always feel free to comment on the podcast, or if there's something that you would like us to talk about, please let me know your thoughts. That would be amazing. Have a super fantastic day, my friend. This is Michelle Foster from Mornings with Michelle, signing off.